Hello students, I am back with a new video and in this video we will talk about the process fertilization. पिछले वीडियो में मैंने आपको बताया था कि रिप्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस के 3 स्टेप होते हैं, प्री फर्टिलाइजेशन, फर्टिलाइजेशन एंड पोस्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन. इसमें हम लोग प्री फर्टिलाइजेशन के बारे में पढ़ चुके हैं और इस वीडियो में पढ़ेंगे अबाउट द प्रोसेस ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन. ना पहला क्वेश्चन ये आता है हमारे दिमाग में कि व्हाट इज फर्टिलाइजेशन. तो फर्टिलाइजेशन इज द प्रोसेस ऑफ फ्यूजन ऑफ मेल एंड फीमेल गैमेट. ओके, एक टर्म और हमें जो यहाँ पे पढ़नी है, दैट इज नोन एज सिंग्रामी. दैट इज नोन एज सिंग्रामी. काफ़ी सारी किताबों में फर्टिलाइजेशन को ही सिंग्रामी या सिंग्रामी को ही फर्टिलाइजेशन बताया गया है. दोनों प्रोसेस, दोनों ही टर्म्स को एक ही साथ यूज किया गया है. देयर इज अ माइन्यूट डिफरेंस बिटवीन द फर्टिलाइजेशन एंड द सिंग्रामी. Fertilization is the process of fusion of male and female gamete, but syngamy is a part of fertilization in which syngamy refer to fusion of the nucleus of male and female gamete. Now both the process result in the formation of zygote, but थोड़ा सा अंतर है. This refer to fusion of male and female gamete, whereas syngamy refer to the fusion of nucleus of male and female gamete. Now as a result of fertilization or syngamy, the resulting structure is known as zygote. Now what is zygote? Zygote is a unicellular diploid undifferentiated cell. In every sexually reproducing organism, the life begin with the zygote. ध्यान रहिए, मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट पॉइंट है, आपको कैसे भी घुमा फिरा के पूछा जा सकता है. तो zygote is the first cell in from where life begins in every sexual reproducing organism. Now sir, ये तो बात समझ में आ गई है कि fertilization result in the formation of zygote and ultimately zygote give rise to a new individual. But there is exception to this process and that is known as parthenogenesis. That is known as parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis is the process where the zygote is formed without fusion of gamete. Normally in all sexual reproducing organism, zygote is formed by the fusion of male and female gamete, that is known as fertilization. But there is an exception for this term and that is parthenogenesis, in which the zygote result is without fertilization. Okay, now the examples are arthropods. Arthropods में हमारे पास honeybee, the most common example. Then we have turkey, we have lizard. A very common name in this is Americana sexicola. I think you know about this. Americana sexicola is a lizard which reproduce parthenogenetically. Okay, now ये हमारे पास टर्म हो गया. इसके अलावा हमारे पास अब सिंग्रामी या फिर फर्टिलाइजेशन कितनी तरह की होती है. On the basis कि where the fertilization is taking place, fertilization is of two type. One is known as internal fertilization and other is known as external fertilization. One is known as internal fertilization and other is known as external fertilization. Now थोड़ा सा अब हम बात करते हैं internal और external fertilization. Now, as the name indicates, internal means here the fertilization takes place inside the body of female. For example, reptiles, birds and mammals. In the case of animals and bryophyte, pteridophytes, gymnosperm and angiosperm. Now थोड़ा सा ध्यान दीजिए. In terms of example, internal fertilization means where the fertilization takes place inside the female body. For example, reptiles, birds, mammals, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm, angiosperm. In the case of bryophytes and pteridophytes, fertilization takes place internally, but it requires a medium that is normally water. Now अगर हम एक्सटर्नल की बात करें तो यहीं पे समझ में आ जाता है सर, एक्सटर्नल मीन्स that fertilization will take place outside the body of female in a medium which is generally water. For example, all the bony fishes and amphibian. Amphibian में the well known example is frog. Now what happened in the case of external, male and female both simultaneously release their gamete in the water, and the male gamete are motile, they swim toward the female gamete and fusion take place in the water. Now in this case, the male gamete should be producing large number, in order to compensate the loss of gamete and in order to increase the chances of fertilization. थोड़ा सा इस बार एक बोर्ड में क्वेश्चन आया था हमारे पास, दैट what is the similarity and dissimilarity between the frog and the mosses or bryophytes and the pteridophytes. Most important question है, इस बार बोर्ड में आया था आपके पास. तो the similarity is this, that both bryophyte, pteridophyte and frog require a medium, that is water, for the fertilization, but in the case of frog the fertilization take place externally, whereas in the case of bryophytes and pteridophytes fertilization take place internally. ना अगर हम बात करते हैं इंटरनली एंड एक्सटर्नल फर्टिलाइजेशन के, तो हमारे पास जो चांसेस होते हैं सर्वाइवल के वो ज़्यादा होते हैं इन केस ऑफ इंटरनल फर्टिलाइजेशन, नॉट इन द केस ऑफ एक्सटर्नल फर्टिलाइजेशन, बिकॉज यहाँ पे जो फर्टिलाइजेशन हो रहा है, यहाँ पे जो जाइगोट बनेगा ड्यू टू द रिजल्ट ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन, इट इज़ मच मोर vulnerable to the predators which are present in the medium, that is in the water. So according to NCERT and according to your syllabus, I think fertilization process has been finished, and now we will pick up the new topic, that is post fertilization. Thank you.